The Texas economy is outperforming expectations. Earlier this month, Comptroller Glenn Hagar announced that the state will have more than $18 billion in unspent money at the end of this budget cycle. That means lawmakers will have more funds available for their priorities during this special session. Our Ryan Chandler spoke with the state's top accountant about the surplus and how it could affect the debate over school funding and education savings accounts.
There's going to be a huge price tag for this special session, both for border security, $5 billion for public education, and $500 million for education savings accounts, at least, right? What do you think is the most prudent way that lawmakers should be spending this new surplus?
Well, I think as we go through this session, they'll wind down exactly the differences that they may have in the House and the Senate and exactly land on something. But the fact is, trying to make sure that you put money into the pocketbooks of those people who are educating our children and those people who are driving the buses, that are the cafeteria workers. All of these people are extremely important to make sure that we have a qualified workforce into the future. So I think anytime that you can put money into those people's pockets, because let's just face it, we all know that right now, while inflation has been slowing down, last year it was at 40-year record high. And so the point being is things cost more, and people that are trying to make month to month to be able to feed their families, that's the biggest impact that you can make, is making sure it goes to the people who are educating our children, responsible for transporting them safely to and from their homes and up to the schools and back. And so I think that is the most important piece that we can do, at least as a state, is make sure it goes directly into those pockets and we keep the high quality educators in our classrooms.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't hear anything about education savings accounts there, though. Do you think that $500 million is a prudent use of taxpayer resources that the governor is advocating for?
When I was in the legislature, I voted for education savings accounts. The fact is, first and foremost, we have 6 million children that are 18 years and younger in the education system, whether that's in our public schools, private schools, charter schools, homeschool. 5.4 million of those are in the public education system. So regardless of what passes in education savings account, guess where the bulk of the kids are going to be educated? In the public education system. And so my point being is, I have always been a supporter of both of those. You actually can coexist the support of both of those. And in fact, when I was a policymaker, I voted for education savings accounts. My office will be administering the education savings accounts if the legislature passes them, which I think they will. And so we are working very closely with the legislature this session to make sure to give us the tools that we need as a state agency in the Comptroller's office to be successful, to stand that program up and making it meaningful for the kids that are trying to get a quality education here in the state of Texas.
Ryan also spoke with Comptroller Hagar about a move that's sending Texas taxpayer funds to support Israel. We'll have a closer look at that plan just ahead. Plus, a Texas congressman raises concerns about the conflict.
I hope I never have to pass it out of my committee, but we have to be prepared for all contingencies.
Why he says there could be a need for American troops in the Middle East.
We know, though, that we can't take our parks for granted.
And later, the future of Texas parks in your hands. The push for more than $1 billion for new places to get away from the city.